Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unpacking the absolutely fascinating story behind Lululemon. I want you to picture this for a second. It's the late 90s, Vancouver, Canada. There's this tiny, really humble design studio by day, but by night, it completely transforms into a sweaty, wall-to-wall packed yoga studio. And from that single, small room grew one of the most powerful global lifestyle businesses in the world. They essentially rethought how clothing is sold, right from the ground up. They did the exact opposite of what traditional sports brands do, and in the process, they turned a simple stretch fabric into a massive cultural movement.
So how exactly did a super niche yoga brand become a global lifestyle empire? Well, let's dive into that, because if you're building an activewear brand, conventional wisdom usually says you need to go broad right away to capture market share. But Lululemon, they didn't start with these grand ambitions to conquer the whole sporting world. The reality was, they didn't have the billion-dollar marketing budgets of a Nike or an Adidas. They couldn't afford massive Olympic sponsorships. So out of pure necessity, they had to play a completely different, highly strategic game.
While legacy giants were out there cutting these massive, multi-million-dollar checks to slap their logos on Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods, Lululemon did something brilliantly radical. They literally just gave free gear to the local yoga instructor down the street. It sounds crazy, but they realized a massive truth. To the everyday person, the local fitness instructor was actually the ultimate celebrity. So instead of trying to target everyone in the world all at once, they focused relentlessly on a very narrow niche of highly engaged, mindfulness-driven locals.
Section 1. A very focused beginning.
By deciding to build extreme depth in just one specific category, yoga, Lululemon understood their early customer perfectly. These people weren't just buying clothes to sweat in for 30 minutes a day. No, they were buying into an entire lifestyle. We're talking green juice, mindfulness, and personal balance. Wearing those pants out in public became a literal badge of honor that signaled to the rest of the world, hey, I deeply care about my physical and mental health.
Section 2. The Premium Community Engine. Now, we absolutely have to talk about that infamous $98 price tag. I mean, why would people happily pay nearly $100 for leggings when they could buy perfectly functional gym shorts somewhere else for $15? It's wild, right? Well, Lululemon competed entirely on perceived value rather than low cost. They justified that massive sticker shock through a premium value equation. It was a combination of exceptionally high fabric quality, a highly durable fit, and the immediate powerful credibility that came straight from those local community endorsements.
The psychology here is just brilliant. When you put on Lululemon gear, you weren't just dressing for a workout. You were actively telling the world, and honestly probably telling yourself, that you were the kind of person who had their life together. In lifestyle markets, consumers aren't just sitting there comparing the cost of cotton and stitching. The high price actually signaled exclusivity and status. It allowed people to literally wear their most aspirational selves.
To cement this powerful identity, they completely reinvented the retail experience. Seriously, imagine walking into an early Lululemon store. Instead of endless rows of cash registers and pushy salespeople, the staff is literally pushing the heavy clothing racks out of the way to roll out yoga mats right on the floor for a free community class. You weren't just walking into a transactional shop to buy a shirt, you were stepping into a trusted, vibrant neighborhood wellness hub.
Section 3. Expanding beyond just yoga.
Eventually, people just got tired of changing their clothes 3 times a day. Women realized they could wear these premium leggings to the gym, wear them directly to a coffee shop to meet a friend, and then wear them while working from home. Lululemon recognized this massive cultural shift and perfectly timed their expansion. They didn't just casually capitalize on athleisure. By blending serious athletic performance with stylish everyday wear, they practically invented it.
But look, explosive growth doesn't happen without some serious friction. Think about the massive transition they had to pull off in the 2010s. How do you successfully convince guys who lift heavy weights to wear a brand made incredibly famous by women's yoga? Honestly, that is a huge hurdle. But they bridged that gap through some really clever engineering. They designed items like men's trousers that looked sharp enough for a corporate office, but stretched exactly like a comfortable pair of sweatpants.
That kind of subtle, everyday product obsession is the real engine behind their expansion. We are talking about proprietary fabrics, like Luon or Align, that became absolute cult favorites because of what the superfans passionately call the naked sensation. When a piece of clothing physically feels that radically different from anything else hanging in your closet, loyalty is locked in almost immediately. And that dramatically reduces the brand's need to constantly pay to acquire new customers.
Section 4. Scaling the lifestyle globally.
Now, taking this hyper-local model global, that was incredibly difficult. After all, a famous local yoga teacher in Vancouver has absolutely zero clout in Tokyo or London, right? To expand internationally, Lululemon couldn't just blast out lazy mass advertising. They had to practically restart their grassroots community engine from scratch in every single new city. They took the long, hard road to find and empower the specific local wellness heroes of that exact new neighborhood.
Furthermore, they had to completely evolve how people actually shopped. Omnichannel isn't just some piece of tech buzzword jargon. For them, it's a seamless lifestyle loop. It means discovering the local run club on the Lululemon app, actually showing up to the neighborhood store for the event, trying on a jacket while you're physically there, and then finally buying it on your phone on the train ride home. It is one entire unbroken ecosystem.
Section 5. Strategic Lessons for Growth.
If you are looking to truly understand how a modern brand succeeds, well, here is your masterclass. Step 1. Own a tiny niche before you ever try to own the world. Step 2. Tie your premium pricing directly to immense emotional value. Step 3. Remember that community validation beats traditional ads every single time. Step 4. Fiercely protect your core identity of movement even as you grow. And Step 5. Build a seamless experience that perfectly blends the physical and digital worlds together.
I want to leave you with this final, pretty powerful thought, because ultimately the strongest brands in the world don't just sell products. They sell confidence. They sell belonging. They sell aspiration. They act as a physical mirror reflecting the absolute best version of who you want to become. And that, more than anything else, is exactly how a single, sweaty yoga room in Vancouver managed to conquer the globe.